thanks, journal thanks. Okay, that is informal. But if you want to just say thank you so much, I'm very, happy with your present and whatever you appreciated, you can say muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. The spelling will be muchas, muchas, like a lot. Okay, and gracias means thanks. Okay, next is bye. So for example, I want to go, okay, and I want to end this conversation with a very polite manner. I will say adios. So you will listen to the adios after the end of the slide. Okay, so adios, adios, that is bye. Okay, so first is hola, gracias, adios. So hola, gracias, adios. Okay, perfect. You may write it down. Okay, okay, so we'll go to the next part. Now, here our two mascots are very excited to learn, and obviously they have learned this, so they will be having a small conversation with each other. First is Hola Pablo. Hola Pablo. That means what? Hello Pablo. Okay, Gauri is saying Hola Pablo. Then the Pablo is saying Hola Gauri. Hola Gauri. Okay. Next is Gracias Pablo. Gracias Pablo is thanks Pablo. Gracias Gauri. That means thanks Gauri. Okay. Next is Adios Pablo. Adios, adios Pablo. That means bye Pablo. And next is Adios Gauri. That means bye Gauri. Okay, please write it down. So hola, gracias, adios. Okay, so three beautiful greetings, hola, gracias, adios. Okay, chalo. Now let's start with the next part, that is the day greetings. Okay, so if you start hola, so you can't say directly gracias. No, you can't say. You have to say good morning, good afternoon, good night. Yes. So you can say good morning by buenos dias. Buenos dias. Okay, buenos dias means what? Good morning. Now, can you see there is a difference? There is a difference. Now, buenas and buenos. Can you see there is a difference? Okay, you can't say buenos tardes, which is wrong. You have to say buenos dias, buenas, nas. So nos, nas have a difference in that. So always understand it is not buenas, it is bue, bue. So bu is said like with a joint part, bu, and e is said as a, bue, bue nos, bue nas. Okay, so buenos dias. Dias, a day, din, in Hindi, din hai. So good morning, I will say buenos dias. Nos, please don't say nas, it will be wrong. Buenos dias. Good. Good afternoon will be buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Don't say buenas, it's wrong. You have to say bu together, e separate, bue, bue, e said as apple, a for apple, a, buenas tardes. Good. And good night will be buenas noches. So everyone, you have already excelled hola, gracias, adios. Now there are more three greetings, the part of the day, that is buenos dias, buenas tardes, buenas noches. So I hope that you already excel this part of greetings, like the day greetings. Okay. Now, again, our beautiful mascots are very excited. We have to try this. So our mascots are not like that. We will learn it and forget it. No, they always try. So learn from a mascot. So when you learn something, try to speak it out. Okay. Same here. Now, first they said hola, gracias, adios. Now they are trying the buenos dias, buenas tardes, buenas noches. So after this lecture, I want you to revise this. So it will be much better and better day by day. Okay. So first is buenos dias, Pablo. Buenos nos. Can you see I'm saying nos? Buenos dias, Pablo. Buenos dias, Gauri. Good. You may write this down. Okay. Buenas tardes. Nas. I'm not saying nos. Buenas tardes, Pablo. Buenas tardes, Pablo. bue. See, again, listen to, I'm just breaking these words out so that you may understand the pronunciation. Bue, bue. So again, bu together, e, little independent. Buenas tardes, Gauri. Good. And the last is buenas noches, noches, Pablo. Buenas noches, Gauri. Okay, so this means the good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Okay, so everyone, any doubts till here? किसी को कोई डाउट रहेगा, you can just write down in the chat so I may explain you. Okay,
Yeah,
so
hi Rutuja. So
yes,
just a quick thing. So I am focusing on the chat and I'm collecting the questions that are coming. So at the
okay,
end, I will be giving
okay,
the questions.
no
We'll have a
problem.
short session where I
Yeah,
will collect
okay,
the
thanks.
questions. Well, so guys, show some love for Rutuja. Put a message on chat if you guys are enjoying how she's teaching. I'm definitely for one enjoying. So yeah, guys. So carry on. Over to you, Rutuja. Sorry for the interruption.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Okay, next. Now you have learned greetings. Now what if anyone asks you a name, and if you want to ask a name, okay, so you should be not getting confused. Okay, you should be knowing how to reply. At least you should be knowing. Now if you're on the streets of Spain, or you are having a chat with a Spanish person, and someone asks you como te llamas, you should be not scared. You should be not like, अरे मैम ने तो मुझे इतना ही सिखाया था, that hello, gracias, adios, but I don't know how to say my name. Uh-huh. I will be teaching you that. At least you should be knowing how to say your name, because name is the identity. वैसे नाम में क्या रखा है, we have learned this, but still our name is a pride, right? So como te llamas, if you want to ask a question to your friend, okay, como te llamas, como, that is how, okay, te llamas, call yourself, मतलब तू खुद को कैसे बुलाता है. Okay, now in English we say what is your name. Okay, what is your name? So what is your name is different. Okay, so in Spanish they never ask what is your name, they always say what you're called by. Okay, what you're called by, they never ask what is your name, what you're called by. So como te llamas, this is llamarse verb. Llamarse verb, that is to call someone. Okay, now can you understand, I'm pronouncing double L as iya, 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 iya. Oh, remember that, iya, llamos. Okay, like that. So como te llamas, llamas. Okay, so como te llamas, so what is your name will be como te llamas, and you want to reply that, you will say me llamo and your name. So me llamo Gauri. Okay, so I will say me llamo Rutuja. Para will say me llamo Bara. Okay, Angela will say me llamo Angela. Anmol will say me llamo Anmol. Okay, so just you have to say me llamo, me llamo, llamo, not llamo. It's not. It's wrong. Ya, me llamo. So in Hindi, me khud. Okay, me llamo, and the name. Okay, perfect. So let's go. So I know you are trying. Oh, me llamo this, me llamo that, right? Perfect. Now, here are the examples. As I said, our mascots are very excited. They always learn and they start experimenting at this language, right? So my name is Me llamo Pablo. And Gauri is saying Me llamo Gauri. And Pablo is, I will tell you, he's very excited using Pablo name because he changed his Chinese name to Spanish name. Okay. Now, after having a chat with a Spanish person, now he might well say hello, good morning, what is your name? Till you're okay. But अचानक से उसने आपको पूछा कि आप किधर से हो? What do you will answer? Okay, so you want to ask de donde eres? De donde eres? If you see this kind of question on a chat, on a webinar, on a meeting, de donde eres? So you don't have to be worried. You have to say soy indio, soy indio. So I will try to say one thing. India is like if you want to say Indian, okay, so Indian is having a male and female gender, okay. So I would like to say Spanish is having very masculine, feminine for every word, okay. So I am an Indian, I will say soy indio. If I'm a male, I will say indio, and female will say soy india. So again, so I'm Indian, soy indio, and female will be soy india. Easy. So India is said as India only. So India, we say India, but they say India, India. Okay. So how will say soy India? Will say soy India. Gaudi will say soy India. Pablo will say soy Indio. Okay. Good. Now next is Spain, España. Okay. So for that, Spain is okay. So I will say I'm a Spanish person. I'm a male Spanish person. I will say soy español. Soy español. I'm a male person. Okay. Female will be soy española. The beautiful soy española. Good, right? Easy right now. So Indio, India, español, española. Okay. Now Mexico is said as Mexico. Mexico. Okay, so these three countries. Now India is our motherland. Okay, and tomorrow is Independence Day. So okay, so India and Spain and Mexico we have included because these are the two countries where Spanish is used at the large scale. Okay, so if you want to say I'm Indian, soy Indio, and if you want to say female, soy India. Soy means I am. I am. Okay. Now next, I want to now. Okay, so you just have an imaginary chat with the Spanish person. Okay, on online you having chat. You said hello. You said good morning. You said he asked you your name. You replied me llamo. Till here it is good. Then he asked de donde eres. You replied with soy indio India. Now there comes a question. You want to say I live in Mumbai. Okay, so how to say that? Bibo in Mumbai. So V is said as B. B for ball. Bibo in Mumbai. Okay. Bibo in Mumbai. Okay. So what you have to, you can add any Bibo in dash. Any. So if you want to say I am in my room, you can use that also. If any place, any location, you can say Bibo in Mumbai. Bibo in then if you want to say Malal, you can say that. If you want to say Delhi, Delhi. Then you want to say Maharashtra, you can say Maharashtra. So Bibo in Mumbai, Bibo in Delhi, any location. So you can replace that if you are belonging from any other state, any other place. You can use that. Okay. So Bibo in Mumbai, Bibo in Delhi. Okay. Next, now we have learned the basics of Chinese, like sorry, basics of Spanish. Okay, so we are going to learn, we are going to have a small interaction. Okay, let's start. So my introduction, so just have imaginary chat with a Spanish person. You are texting hola, hola. Okay, my name is me llamo. Okay, my name is, I will say Rutuja. Me llamo Rutuja. If you want to chatting, you will say me llamo dash dash. Okay, I am an Indian person. Now here comes a gender. So gender will be any, like female, male. Okay, so I will say soy India. You may say soy Indio as well. I live in Mumbai. Okay, Bibo in Mumbai. Thank you. So if this is very for small chat, thank you will be gracias and bye bye will be adios. And you're complete. And the Spanish person, for example, Juan, you will be very happy. Oh my God, this person know how to say hello. My name is this, and you're like, wow, Indians are very smart. Yeah. So, chalo. So last, I will love to see your videos. So what you have to do is you have to record yourself. I have just taught you small greetings, how to ask the name, then how to reply that. So by that, you can record your video, and after recording the video you can post it on this channel of Facebook. I have written the name here. This is a Facebook channel. You can please you may just upload your video there. I will love to see that, and we will tag you, and we will we will post it on Instagram and other social media channels. So I will really love to see your Spanish videos. Okay, so well done, bien hecho. That means what? That you have Done. Absolutely good. Okay. So adios. What is adios, guys? Yeah.
Bye
Bye.
bye. So,
Yeah.
Rituja, could you please? So, I have a lot of requests here. Could
Yeah.
you please go back to your final slide, the summing up slide? So, a lot of
Yeah.
people just
No
want to
problem.
have a look at that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rituja. I mean, that was an amazing presentation. I have personally learned how to say now, hola,
Now you have to say,
gracias,
yeah, you have
adios.
to say thank you. That is
Yeah,
gracias.
thank you. So, first of all, gracias, everyone. That was the first part. Thank you for staying here. It's with your support, your love that we've made so far. And we want to bring you the best ever. So, Rituja, if you could stop your shared screen, we will be
Yeah.
handing over to Angela, who is our trainer today for Mandarin Chinese, and she will be teaching us how to say ni hao.
Um, just 1 second.
Yeah, please take your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Angela, could you please unmute yourself and we can get started?
Yes, I am going to share my screen now in
Sure,
just a
sure.
minute. 1 minute.
Receiving a lot of questions. When will French start? French is scheduled right after this session. So guys, don't go anywhere. Please stay tuned. We will be focusing. Yeah.
Share screen. Okay. Can everyone see?
Yep. I'm good. I'm good. We're able to see this here.
1 minute. I've just clicked on present. Uh, yeah. Are we good to go?
Yeah, we're good to go. All yours, Angela.
Okay, great. Hello, everyone. 大家好. I will be your Mandarin teacher for today. 大家好，我叫安宁，我是你们的中文老师。现在我们学习中文。That meant, hello everyone, I am Anning, which is my Chinese name, Angela. Today we will be learning Mandarin Chinese, which is the most spoken language in the world with 1.3 billion speakers. So let's begin. Before we begin, let's just clear this little misconception everyone has. The Chinese is a very difficult language to learn, but it's not. Trust me, Chinese is the easiest language you can learn because, as compared to other European languages, Chinese Mandarin is free of conjugations. If you know what conjugations are, the verbs are not conjugated. They are written as it is. Subject, verb, object is the structure that is followed without any conjugations, without any gender. So everything, the grammar is very simple. Yes, you have to learn characters for each and every word, but trust me, that they are fun. Each and every character you learn something new, not just the character, but something new, culture of China, along with the characters. So it's a lot of fun. So let's begin with basic greetings. We will be learning all the greetings in Pinyin. So there is Chinese characters, and then there's romanization of these Chinese characters as to how these characters are pronounced, called pinyin. Pinyin. So these are tones. There are 4 tones in pinyin because Chinese is a tonal language, right? In English or in Hindi, when we change tone when we want to express something, like kya, Q, our tone changes when we want to express an emotion. The Chinese is a tonal language where when your tone changes, your meaning, the meaning that you're trying to convey, changes. So you have to focus on your tones. So I will be reading everything very slowly so that you pay attention to my tones. So let's begin with the very first and the very basic, which is hello, which is ni hao. Ni hao. Pay lots of attention to my tone. Ni hao, which means hello. For example, let's pick up an imaginary character, Mr. Chu. Mr. Chu. Chu indeed is a very common Chinese surname. You meet Mr. Chu, and what do you say when you meet him? Ni hao. Ni hao, which means hello. Ni hao. Very good. Let's move ahead to thank you, which is 谢谢.谢谢.谢谢, which is thanks. 谢谢.谢谢. So the ni in ni hao, which means you, the personal pronoun you, ni, which means you. So 谢谢, which means thanks. And if I say 谢谢你, 谢谢你, which means thank you. So 谢谢 is an informal thanks. 谢谢你 is a thank you. 谢谢你. Let's move ahead to bye. Zai Jian. Zai Jian. Zai Jian, which means goodbye. Zai Jian. So Zai Jian literally means see you again. Zai, which means again, and Jian, which means to meet, literally translates to see you again. So Zai Jian. Zai Jian. See you again. So we will read all these three once more. 你好，谢谢，再见. We will read this once more just to make sure everyone's clear with the pronunciation. 你好，谢谢，再见. Very good. We will move ahead. Okay, so here are some examples. Gauri and Bao talking to each other, interacting with each other. So, 你好, Bao. 你好, Gauri. 谢谢, Bao. 谢谢, Gauri. 再见, Bao. 再见, Gauri. So these are your basic hello, thank you, and goodbye. So let's move ahead to a little self-introduction. Oh, self-introduction after this. So your very first one, which is good morning. 早上好. 早上好. So 早上, which means morning. 早上, which means morning, and 好, which means good. So good morning. 早上好. 早上好. Next. 晚上好. 晚上好. 晚上好, which means good evening. So 晚上, which means evening, and 好, which means good. So 晚上好, which means good evening. And the last one, 晚安. 晚安, which means good night. 晚安. So 晚, which means night, and an, which means peaceful. So basically have a peaceful night. Also translates to good night. 晚安. So let's read all these three once more. 早上好. 晚上好. 晚安. We will read this once more just to make sure your pronunciations are clear. 早上好. 晚上好. 晚安. Are we clear? Very good. Let's move ahead to the self-introduction now. Yes. So, one way of asking your name is, the most common way is ni, as I said earlier, which means you. Ni, which is a personal pronoun you. Jiao. Jiao. J, the letter J, which is pronounced as ch. Ch, chappal ka ch. J pronounced as ch. So, jiao. Ni, jiao. Jiao, which means to be called. Shanma, which means what. Shanma, which means what. And Mingzi, Mingzi, which means name. Mingzi, which means name. So let's read these together. 你叫什么名字? 你叫什么名字? Which means what is your name? 你叫什么名字? Let's read this once more a little fast. 你叫什么名字? 你叫什么名字? Someone asks you, 你叫什么名字? Which literally translates to you are called by what name? 你, which means you, 叫 to be called, 什么 what means the name. You are called by what name? So 我 which means me. 我 which means me. 叫 to be called. So I am called Gauri. 我叫 Gauri. 我叫 Gauri. Someone asks you, Mr. Chu is asking you, 你叫什么名字? Your reply is 我叫 Gauri, or 我叫 Angela, 我叫 Rutuja, 我叫 Para. Okay, so we will read this once more. 你叫什么名字? 我叫 Gauri. Great. Let's move ahead to our example. So, 我叫 Gauri. 我叫 Bao. Gauri and Bao giving an introduction of themselves. Gori, Bao. And not only when someone asks you your name, otherwise, if there's an introduction happening, you can always use Jia. My name is Ni Hao, Jia Gori, or Ni Hao, Jia Angela, Jia Annie. As simple as that. So let's continue. Now, as soon as you start talking, the next thing someone, Mr. Chu, will want to know is your nationality. So along with your nationality, we will be learning names of three countries, the very three basic countries. So the first one is, of course, our Yin Tu. Yin Tu. The letter D pronounced as T. T. Yin Tu. Yin Tu, which is India. Yin Tu. Next, the country China. 中国, 中国, which is China. 中国, 中国. And the last one, America, which is 美国, 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 which is America. So 美国, if you break it down, 美, which means beautiful, 国, it's a G pronounced as K, 国, which means country. So a beautiful country is America. So let's read the names of the countries again. Yin Tu, Yin Tu, 中国, 美国. Very good. So now you know names of three countries. Let's move ahead to how to say your nationality. Someone asks you, where are you from? Okay, it's a very simple structure. So you use subject, which is yourself, 我. You use your verb, which is 是. 是. 是 here is your verb, which means am or to be. So as I told you in Chinese, there's no verb conjugation. So your verb is also 是 and it's conjugated. There's no conjugation. So 是 remains as it is. It means to be, am, is, are. So I am. 我 is your subject. 是 is your verb. 印度 is the name of your country. And run, the word run, which means person. The word run, which means person. So basically it is subject plus your verb, sure, plus the name of your country, plus run. So run, which means person. So this literally translates to I am this country's person. Or I am India person. That's the literal translation. It will translate to I am an Indian. Let's say this once more. 我是印度人，我是印度人，我是印度人, which means I am an Indian or I am an India person. 我是印度人. The next example is if you are Chinese or if you're American, the same pattern is followed. If you're Chinese, you will say 我是中国人。我是中国人, which means I am Chinese. 我是中国人. Similarly, if you're American, 我是美国人. Absolutely correct. 我是美国人. Very good. So we will read this one last time, names of countries and both our sentences. 印度, which means India. 中国 China, 美国 America. 我是印度人，我是中国人，我是美国人. Very good. So let's move ahead to where you stay. Now you are in India. Okay. The next question is, where in India do you stay, right?
Hey,
So,
Angela, just a second. Sorry
no
for
problem.
interrupting you.
No problem.
I hope you guys are really enjoying, guys and girls. I've been having a lot of fun, but I've been receiving a few questions which I need to answer before we go forward with this. So the first one, which a lot of people are asking, how do you read these characters that are written? And let me just tell you, this is a process which takes some time. When you learn Chinese, when foreigners learn Chinese, they start with the English edition of Chinese, which is called Pinyin, and they learn how to read it in English first, and then we learn Chinese. So don't worry about it, people. Right now, you're not missing out on anything if you can't read the characters right now. Character learning often happens a little bit later. Why are there lines on top of this alphabet? So, Angela, I will let you answer that. Why are there lines on top of the
Those
alphabet?
are not lines. As I told you in the beginning, there are 4 tones in Chinese pinyin because Chinese is a tonal language. So those are not lines. Those are the tones that indicates. So there are 4 tones. So each one denotes a tone. So this is the third tone. So how your tone has to change, there is an indication.
Sure. Thank you so much, Angela. That I hope that answers all of your questions. People, please keep following, and I'll hand it over back to Angela to continue her presentation. Over to you.
Thank you, Anmol. Okay, so we will begin. So these are our tones. This is an indication of how we have to pronounce the word. So let's see. I live in Mumbai. How do we say that? So, wo, wo. So the reason I'm saying wo is because I have an indication of this. This is my tone. So I know that this is how I have to pronounce the word. Wo, tu, zai, meng, mai, 我住在孟买. So it's not plain. How do I say? It has tones in it. It's almost like I'm singing 我住在孟买, right? So those are tones that indicate how I have to pronounce those words. That's the first thing you learn when you start learning Chinese, called pinyin. So let's get back to this. I live in Mumbai. So 我, which means me. 住, which means to live. 住, ZH pronounced as ch. 住, 我住. Zai, zai, which is your preposition in or at. Zai, zai, and Meng Mai, which means Mumbai. Meng Mai, which means Mumbai. So let's read this all together. 我住在孟买. 我住在孟买, which means I live in Mumbai. 我住在孟买. And if you live in Delhi, 我住在的里. 我住在的里. The li, so the li, which means Delhi. 我住在的里. So 我住在孟买. So you either live in Mumbai, 我住在的里, or any other city, but your structure remains the same. 我 subject plus 住 your verb to live, your preposition 在 at or in, and the name of your city. 我住在孟买. So with this, we are done with our basic greetings. And if you combine all of this together, you get a small introduction of yourself, your name, your nationality, and where you live. So let's do a quick recap. Ni hao, which means hello. 我叫 Angela. 我叫, which means to be called. I am called. 我叫 Angela. 我是印度人. 我是印度人. I am an Indian. 我是印度人. 我住在孟买. 我住在孟买, which means I live in Mumbai. 我住在孟买. 谢谢, which means thank you. 谢谢, thank you. 再见, 再见. Bye bye, or see you again. 再见. So since all of you now know how to introduce yourself, I want all of you to make a short video using the same structure as it is given in front of you. Make a short video and post it on Facebook and tag us, post it, and we would really love to see you at least start speaking these languages. So Thai hao, which means well done. Thai hao. So now I'm ready for questions. Anmol, are there any more questions I can answer?
Yes. Thank you so much, Angela. That was pretty good. Now I know how to say ni hao and Chai Chen. Thank you so much. That was Sheshe Ni. That was a very, very good presentation and I really enjoyed it. I hope people enjoyed it as well. So I have a few questions here, Angela. A lot of people are asking me, how do you learn to say the characters or how do you learn to read the characters? And a lot of people are concerned that this is a real problem. Can you please tell people?
It's not a problem. as I told you, that these characters are fun. There is a meaning within each one of these characters. So yes, character learning comes with practice, with lots and lots of reading and writing practice. So first two levels, you will be in pinyin. So pinyin is this. So this is called pinyin, which is a romanization of characters, how these characters are pronounced. It is very important to first know that and then move on to the characters. So yes, character learning requires lots of practice, but you don't have to worry about that at all, guys. It's not that difficult.
Thank you so much. That was perfect. A lot of people have been asking me how do we say good afternoon in Chinese. So Angela, do you have something for us here?
Yes, good afternoon. No, Zhong Wu. So Zhong Wu, which means afternoon. Zhong Wu. Zhong Wu, which means afternoon. Zhong Wu. So Zhong Wu Hao, which means good afternoon. Zhong Wu Hao. Zhong, is there any way I can type it somewhere?
No, that's fine. I think that's fine. I think people are getting the flow of it. We don't want them to become perfect at the language right away.
That's true.
Let's just
That's
get them the
true.
flow.
Uh-huh.
So yeah. So some people are asking me, like, I mean, how long does it take to learn Chinese, or does it take a very long time, or
Uh,
very
it's
difficult?
endless, guys.
Yeah,
It's endless.
yeah.
But I think within a year and a half with learning dedicatedly, you will be able to learn. I would say around 800 to 1,000 characters a year and a half. Well, also you'll be able to hold a basic conversation with a native. So yeah, but there I don't know when that point will come where you'll be like perfect at it. Because trust me, there are many Chinese natives also who can't read all the characters. So you just need to have knowledge of basic 3,000 characters, which will enable you to read all the signboards, read a Chinese newspaper, and talk to a native.
Thank you so much. So, guys, the lesson of the moral of the story is that don't worry about how long it's going to take. Just dive
Exactly.
in. We are
Keep
here for
learning.
you. We are Skill Live. We are a live online language learning service. We are here for you. We're going to help you through the journey all the way. And Sheshani, thank you so much, Angela. That was an amazing presentation. And we have Para on board here. If you can stop your screen, we will have
Yes,
Para
I
on.
can do that.
Hi, Para.
Hi,
Chai Chen. Hi, Para. Good evening. How are you
good
doing?
evening. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So thank you. So to all the viewers out there, all our attendees, thank you so much for sticking around. I know a lot of people have been asking for French, the beautiful, beautiful French, and we're finally at it here. So Para, over to you. If you can share your screen, we can get started.
Yeah, I still am disabled.
Yeah, I will just enable you. Yeah. Yes, you just give it a second and you should be able to share. Guys, remember, go to facebook.com, upload your videos, like, share, subscribe, show us some love, and go to skilllife.com. We have a form there, fill it up. We will get in touch with you. Put your email, put your phone number. We get in touch with you. Share the details of all our courses, how long it's going to take, how you can register, how you can sign up. I've been receiving a lot of questions regarding, is it only the first time that it is happening? Are we going to be having more classes? Is it the only one? Trust me, we're going to come back with a lot of content. So stay tuned. We will be sending you more information about our future classes. Over to you, Para. All yours.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. So, bonjour à tous, bienvenue. J'espère que vous allez très très bien. Et je suis extrêmement ravie d'être ici avec vous pour apprendre la plus belle langue, la française. So, hi everyone, bonjour. My name is Farah, and I'm here to be a tiny part of your French language journey that you are going to start today. So, before starting, let's start off with something related to the French language. Now, if you already speak English and Hindi, I have to tell you something. I have 4 words for you. The French language is easy peasy lemon squeezy. Trust me, because it's very easy and very interesting. Now, French is a very beautiful and sweet language, and you may be studying about the French Revolution, about the different monuments, about the different artists, French artists. So, it is a language of art, culture, food, love. It's a beautiful language. And I have another name for this language, which is जो दिखता है वो होता नहीं language. I'll tell you why. Because the a peculiarity about the French language is that not all the letters of the words are spoken while pronouncing. You do not have to worry, we learn everything. And as you all can see on the screen, around 85 countries speak French, and around 275 million people speak this beautiful language. And this is the sixth most spoken language in the world. So it opens the doors to communication with a lot of people. And since young minds like you are receptive to learning new things very quickly, I'm sure you will learn everything very easily. So I know you have learned Spanish, Chinese today, and it is everything is a little overwhelming. So we'll do one thing: take a deep breath, and like in French, they say Om Shanti Om instead of Om Shanti Om. So repeat after me: Om Shanti Om and Oniva. That is, let's start. So now, like you have learned hola and ni hao, the word for hello in French is bonjour. Bonjour. Yes. Now we'll apply the rule. जो दिखता है वो होता नहीं over here, because the N is not pronounced over here. So you won't say bonjour, but you would say bonjour. Now this is by far the most famous and most common saying in French, and this is a universal saying. So bonjour. Yes. Now next is the word for thanks, which is merci. Merci. So if you want to express gratitude, if someone gives you a chocolate, if someone compliments you for how smart and beautiful you are, all you have to do is say merci. Merci. Great. Now, if you want to end a conversation politely, so the best way to do that is by saying au revoir. Au revoir. It literally translates to till the next time. So they use it for saying bye bye or goodbye. So au revoir. Okay, great. So we learned bonjour, we learned merci, and we learned au revoir. Okay. Now here we have our famous Bao and Gauri again, who are experts in the Spanish and French, Chinese language, and now they are here to speak French. So they are greeting each other. Bonjour Bao, bonjour Gauri, merci Bao, merci Gauri, au revoir Bao, au revoir Gauri. Okay, great. Now you have mastered the basic greetings. Now let us learn some greetings based on the timing of the day. So for example, you have good morning, good evening, good night. So we will be learning those in French. So now I have some good news for you. The word for good morning is same as hello. So no new word to learn. You just have to say bonjour, bonjour. Yes. The next word for good evening is bonsoir. Now again, जो दिखता है वो होता नहीं, so don't pronounce the N. Bonsoir. Now in French, soir is evening, so bonsoir together becomes good evening. Bonsoir. So whenever you go down to play with your friends, whenever the sun sets down, you wish each other bonsoir. Yes. Now before going to bed, you can wish your parents bonne nuit, and they might get confused what is he or she saying, but you are saying good night. So in French, good night is bonne nuit. Bonne nuit. Now again, the T of the nuit is not pronounced, so bonne nuit. Yes. So good morning is bonjour, good evening is bonsoir, and good night is bonne nuit. Now, as you can see, here we have Bao and Gauri, our best friends, and they are wishing each other bonjour Bao, bonjour Gauri, bonsoir Bao, bonsoir Gauri, bonne nuit Bao, bonne nuit Gauri. So now these were some greetings in French, and now please keep practicing them. Please feel free to use them in your everyday conversations, so that because the more you practice, the more you will be able to master them. So these were the basic greetings. Now let's take our conversation to another level. Okay. So imagine you are roaming on the streets of Paris. आप Paris में घूम रहे हो, and you meet Mr. Paul. Now in French, Mr. is Monsieur. Okay. So you meet Monsieur Paul with a cap, and he's strolling, and since they are very friendly people, he wishes you bonjour. So you can answer bonjour. Now the next question he asks you is, "Comment tu t'appelles?" And you just start freaking out. You are afraid what is he saying, but you do not have to, because all he is asking you is your name. So in French, whenever you want to know somebody's name, you would ask them, "Comment tu t'appelles?" Now again, जो दिखता है वो होता नहीं. So the English word comment that you can see over there is not comment in French, but it is pronounced as como. Como. So the NT is not pronounced como, and it literally means how. So como is how. Then tu, like in Hindi we have tu. Now this is a stylish version of saying tu, which is tu. So como, tu, and tapel. Tapel is you call yourself. So this literally translates to how do you call yourself? Como tu tapel? Como tu tapel? Como tu tapel? Now to answer to this question, it's like a very easy maths formula, okay? So all you have to do is say je m'appelle plus your name. Je m'appelle plus your name. So for example, I would say je m'appelle Para. The Prime Minister would say je m'appelle Narendra Modi. The Indian cricket captain would say je m'appelle Virat Kohli. Gauri would say je m'appelle Gauri. So it's very easy. All you have to do is je m'appelle plus your name. Okay, so we'll repeat the question. Comment tu t'appelles? And the answer is je m'appelle Gauri or je m'appelle Para. So they both are introducing themselves. So Bao is saying je m'appelle Bao and Gauri is saying je m'appelle Gauri. Okay, easy till now? Okay, now since your conversation partner already knows your name, he might want to know your nationality. Which country do you come from? So let us learn a few words related to India and how do you say I am an Indian in French. Now in French, the word India is and. Repeat after me. And. I-N-D-E, and. Like the English word and, only instead of the, it's not the, it's the. Darwaze ka the soft sound the. So and. So India is and, France is France. Now here again, good news, the spelling remains the same. Only France, the pronunciation becomes France. And France. Then Switzerland is Swiss. Swiss. So the English people thought that we will keep a big word Switzerland, but the French people are very lazy. So they thought, let's keep a small and sweet and short word, Swiss. So and France, Swiss. Now, if you want to tell Mr. Monsieur Paul that you are an Indian, if you are a boy, you would say je suis India. Je suis India. Like in Spanish, you had different sentences for a boy and girl. Similarly, in French, you have different sentences for a boy and a girl. So if you are a boy, you would say je suis India. Now here again, the N is not pronounced. I told you, this language is very different. जो दिखता है वो होता नहीं. So je suis India. And if you are a girl, you would say je suis Indienne. Je suis Indienne. So the je suis remains constant. Je suis literally translates to I am. So boy would say je suis India. Girl would say je suis Indienne. India, Indienne, India, Indienne. Yes. Now you have come back to India and you are chilling at your place, and one day you get a call from Monsieur Paul saying that after the COVID, of course, that hi, I want to visit your country. So he wants to know, where do you live? Now, how would you say where do you live? Because he wants to come to India, he wants to have vada pav, pani puri, everything. So you want to say, where do you stay? Now, if you want to say I live in Mumbai, you have to say J'habite à Mumbai. J'habite a Mumbai. So this is again like a simple maths formula. J'habite a plus the name of the place. Now here you may have noticed that we have combined the J and abit because H is a vowel in French and H is not pronounced. So we will pronounce it as j'habite a and the place. I live in and the place. So if you live in Mumbai, you would say j'habite a Mumbai. If you live in Delhi, you would say j'habite a Delhi. Now, if you want to be more specific to Mr. Paul, you can say, for example, I stay at Kandivali, I can say j'habite a Kandivali. If you stay at Bandra, you can say j'habite a Bandra. As easy as that. So we'll repeat the last time. J'habite a Mumbai. J'habite a Mumbai. Now, this is a small recap of the phrases and the introduction that we have learned. So, if you want to introduce yourself, here is the small passage that you can make of all the things that we have learned today. So, bonjour, je m'appelle, and your name. Je suis Andia or je suis Andienne. J'habite à Mumbai. Merci. Au revoir. So we learned many conversation starters and a common question in French that helps you to boost your French speaking skills. And in French, well done is bravo. So repeat after me, bravo, bravo everybody. So now I have one small challenge for you. You have to make a small video of yourself speaking, giving a small introduction in French, and you can show the world that you have mastered the greetings and the basic introduction in French. So you can post the video on the Facebook page and it would mean a lot to us. So please do that. Thank you for your attention. Merci.
Merci, Para. That was. I am receiving a little bit of echo. Just give me a second. Yeah. Merci, Para. That. Sorry, guys, for the. I'm currently receiving some feedback. Just give me a second, guys. Hello. Yeah. Yes, can you hear me? Yeah. So thank you, guys. That was pretty. Yeah. Yeah, guys, sorry for that. We had a small technical snag which led to the glitch. Merci, Para. That was a great session. Je m'appelle Anmol, and now I know how to say bonjour, je m'appelle, and merci. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I've been receiving a lot of requests for adding more languages, German, Korean. We've heard you all. We've heard all your questions. We've got all of them together here, and we will make sure that we get back to you with each and every one of them. Guys, if you like the chat, if you like the event, if you like the chat, please put a message in the chat. Please put a question to us. Like us on Facebook, share, subscribe, go to our YouTube channel. We'll be uploading a lot more content. And remember, this is Skill Live, the live online language learning platform. Go to skilllive.com, fill in a form, send us an email at support@skilllive.com. Anything you want to know, we are here for you. We will help you out and we will get in touch with you. So thank you so much. Have a good day. We managed to finish on schedule. Let's have a round of applause for wherever you are, let's have a round of applause for our panelists for the amazing job that they did there. Even in the small amount of time that I've been here, I enjoyed it so much. Passing 1 hour during these times can be really difficult, but the panelists made it seem effortless. So thank you so much, everyone. See you soon. We will be doing this entire session. We'll be doing much more of these. Stay tuned and keep on. Thank you so much.